Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news and we take a look at your comments and your questions and your ideas, and we take a look at eye candy. Today, we're going to look at eye candy. And it's going to be good eye candy that I'm going to share with you today. But first, welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Christy, how are you doing? I want to make sure that you're okay. Please give us a good report so that we know that you are doing okay. As you know, if you were watching yesterday, we found out that Christy had an accident, but I hope things are okay at your end. As always, we welcome everyone to the broadcast, and particularly those of you that are watching live for the first time. If that is your case, please feel free to let us know by writing the word new in your comment, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. If there's something really important or personal that you wish to share with everyone, it helps a great deal when you add a capital letter Q. Oh my goodness. Such as Den said, but this is about me, which makes me blush like a schoolgirl. Thank you, Paco, for being the heart of Coffee and Headlines. Your kindness is what makes this such a wonderful place. You know, Dan, I thank you so much for your kind words, but I think the heart, respectfully, the heart of Coffee and Headlines, the thing that makes this community beat is each and every one of you. Because without you, I would just be this dude sitting in front of a microphone saying silly things in the morning. So thank you for that flower, but let me return the flower to each and every one of you, because you guys make this such a fun place to spend time at. And sometimes a little weird and quirky and sinister and whatnot, but hey, that happens in the best of families. Let us take a quick look at the news today, and we'll take it from there. Paco, turn the news on, please. There you go. I want to start with COVID because I mentioned this yesterday in the pre-announcement, and then I shamelessly forgot to bring it up during the broadcast. So we tackle it today. First, a few days ago, there was a national university that published news suggesting that we should go back to face masks. Then there was Hugo Lopez Gatell, my future ex-husband, saying there was nothing to worry about. Then I read elsewhere that Nayarit was considering face masks again. And then there is this news item that I saw yesterday about Jalisco's Ministry of Health remaining vigilant. And I asked myself, is it time for us to start worrying again? And based on what I've seen, the answer is no. I want to make sure that I emphasize this. Should people with pre existing conditions consider face masks when going to crowded places? Absolutely. But even though there are slight, ever so slight increases in the behavior of COVID in Mexico, there is nothing really to worry about at this time. And I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. I don't want anybody getting all um, concerned about something. But speaking of being concerned about something, this one I'm going to file under the nobody told me category. Mayor Michel, along with his wife, married 168 couples at La Lija yesterday. Yes, that's the place where we got our COVID 19 vaccines, and the local government uses to store water tanks from time to time. Apparently, this is a tradition. I never paid attention to this before, and this was suspended during the COVID pandemic, and now it's back. But nobody told me. I mean, how is one supposed to sign up for these weddings? I would have started my search for a new husband a lot sooner had I known that I could have the mayor of Puerto Vallarta marrying me. Seriously, I wonder if there were any same sex couples in that shindig. But I'm not going to be snarky, even though it's Saturday. Okay, enough of that. There is a tropical formation out in the Pacific that is itching to evolve into a tropical storm, which we will call Eugene. Weather authorities expect this to happen sometime tomorrow. When this happens, Eugene will become the fifth tropical storm out of the 16 to 22 that are expected this season. And speaking of weather, it was almost 2 years ago on August 29th, 2021, that Hurricane Nora impacted Puerto Vallarta, causing serious damage and destruction in the vicinity of the Rio Cuale, including the complete collapse and destruction of the Insurgentes Street Bridge. And sadly enough, almost 2 years after that fact, the river sidewalk in El Remance, which was destroyed by the rising of the water in the river, has yet to be rebuilt by city authorities. We've mentioned this before, and we will mention it again as much as it takes, because this is an unfortunate situation that hopefully the city will address sometime soon. Call me jaded, call me skeptic, call me whatever you want to call me, but when I see the city spending more effort in the tourism edges of the city and not spending a lot of time really addressing the needs of neighborhoods within the city, it just makes me wonder where the priorities are. And I understand that tourism is important, but in the midst of tourism being important, wouldn't it be nice that the city was mindful of the thousands of people that live here providing services for tourism and those of us that don't? But what do I know? I'm just the guy behind the microphone. Speaking of, let's take a look at the weather. Right now, Snarky Weather says that cloud looks like a bunch of feral cats having an orgy. Okay, we won't have any of that, I suppose. It is 28 degrees right now, 86% humidity. It's going to be a Schwitzer, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 82. And I clear my throat as I announce that today we can expect thunderstorms with light winds, a chance of rain of 31%, a high temperature of 31, and a low temperature of 24. Tomorrow, Sunday, it's going to rain in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 12%, a high of 34, and a low of 24. And then we will begin the work week with rain in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 56%, a high temperature of 33, and a low temperature of 24. And that's what we have for weather forecast today. Today is Saturday, which means that we do our Saturday gratitude thing. let me get into Saturday thank you mode. And here we are. Saturday is the day in which now we acknowledge people that have become new members along with our community partners. So please do allow me to tell you that I bumped into our dear friend and former owner of Pig Out Groceries, Robin Spencer, at our latest meet and greet. And Robin says to me, Paco, I owe you for membership. I'm like, I suppose you do. So she gave me money and I checked her membership record. And Robin, if you are watching, you are good until November. So I'm making myself a note to renew you manually on November. Meanwhile, Robin is our new clusterite of the week. Thank you so very much for trusting Coffee and Headlines. Yay! And of course, we have our community partners, 5 community partners that we invited to support our technical issues and our technical needs. And those community partners are going to be announced every Saturday for a year, starting with Apache's Martini Bar, a fun al fresco bar in Colonia Emiliano Zapata that features daily happy hour. We have Best Cord Cutting TV, a locally based television service provider offering hundreds of international channels for your viewing pleasure, and now also featuring 126 channels from Mexico. We have Hotel Mercurio, our friend Paul's amazing and Puerto Vallarta's favorite hotel for the LGBT plus community, featuring the legendary Beers, Boys, and Burgers party every Sunday. And of course, we also have Bistro Mercurio, Hotel Mercurio's own independently branded poolside restaurant with amazing food. And last but not least, we have Joint Co-working Hotel, a beautifully appointed hotel located next to the Rio Quale that also offers state-of-the-art co-working space and a variety of ongoing courses, classes, and workshops, including my own music appreciation shindigs. It is thanks to these 5 community partners that we are able to be here along with all your wonderful subscriptions and memberships. Now I want to talk about, if you will indulge me, about a Mexican expression that I love, and that would be taco de ojo. Please let me explain. Taco de ojo is the local equivalent to eye candy. Whenever you see beautiful things in front of you, you see eye candy. Now, we tend to think of taco de ojo as something that has to do with beautiful bodies and beautiful physique, sexy things, and that is not necessarily the case. You can have great taco de ojo when you go shopping, for example, and you see pretty things at the store. You can definitely have great taco de ojo at the beach. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to give a little bit of love to 3 local, well, 2 local and 1 national, 3 local Facebook pages that I follow just for the sheer pleasure of looking at the photographs that they publish. And no, these are not Facebook pages of future ex-husbands. These are, well, you will see them in a second. We choose to follow different kinds of Facebook pages. Some of them we follow for information, others we follow for humor or Facebook groups or this, that, and the other. So the 3 websites or Facebook pages that I'm going to share with you, I like because they make my eyes oogle, and they are in no particular order. Pasteleria Pavlova. Now, this is a local bakery. It is located in Las Aralias. I have never been to Pasteleria Pavlova, but I have been fortunate enough to enjoy some of their cakes and creations because friends have brought them to shindigs or parties or events that I have attended. And what I love about Pasteleria Pavlova is their impeccable photography. I mean, look at that. I mean, they publish all these photos, and I know they are their own photos. They're not using stock photography because I've had the pleasure of trying some of their creations. Pavlova is, I should feel guilty for not going because it's not far from La Comer. I could just walk. On Fridays, they have this special event in which they sell cake by the slice in case you don't want a full cake. But then take a look at these macaroons. I was at a pool party not too long ago, and one of my friends that was there brought a bunch of pistachio macaroons from Pasteleria Pavlova, and they were amazing. I swear, if I ever went there, I would probably end up passing out from a sugar coma or something like that. So I shamelessly follow Pasteleria Pavlova's Facebook page sheerly for the pleasure of looking at their beautiful photography. And that is the first Facebook page. Needless to say, I'm going to include these in the show notes in case you want some taco de ojo for yourselves. Second on my list is Galleria Robles. I mean, Michael Tolleson Robles, if you haven't met Michael, he is a self labeled autistic savant artist, and he is incredibly prolific. But even before I get into that, Michael came and took over this particular spot, made it beautiful with his own art. He opened a restaurant above his gallery and also invested himself in making the the pedestrian pathway next to his gallery. His gallery is located right next to City Hall and right next to Telas Parisina in downtown Puerto Vallarta. But I love watching Michael's Facebook page because number one, he is incredibly prolific. I mean, he goes out and creates these paintings like I'm changing my underwear or my jeans or my shoes. I mean, and he always includes interesting bits about the paintings. For example, for this one, Michael wrote, "Today I completed a large triptych painting for my 2023 spiritual series. The last 2 days I have worked on creating an image of a shaman who is self-contained within his oneness, but able to share his wisdom and gifts. The gift of healing is always first experienced when we put an effort into the healing of ourselves so we may arrive at peace within our soul. Thereafter, we are able to reach out to others to offer peace and healing." So, for each one of these paintings that Michael adds, first of all, he does this on a regular basis. Yesterday, I created a medium-sized painting from my 2023 women's series, and he says that so casually, like I would say, yesterday morning, Luna meowed and I fed her. I mean, it's amazing, and the variety of subject matter and colors and 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 eye candy just mesmerizes me. Am I in the market for a painting by Michael? Not at all. I couldn't even begin to afford one. But I do enjoy with amazement how incredibly talented and how prolific he is. Um, just beautiful eye candy. And the third one is very important to me, and I hope it will be important to me. I mean, to you as well. And this is the website or the Facebook page from the Ministry of Tourism in Mexico. I don't usually call them secretaries, but I mean, I come to realize that probably the better name for the different secretarias in Mexico is ministries. The Mexico's Ministry of Tourism publishes all these amazing photographs of places, museums, festivals, natural wonders, all kinds of places around Mexico that constantly remind me that Mexico is a huge and vast and magical country full of amazing places that we can all consider visiting if we keep our eyes open to those possibilities. I find myself sometimes forgetting, living here in Puerto Vallarta, that there is much to Mexico or much more than meets the eye. So that's probably one of the reasons why I like going to Guadalajara so frequently. So those are three websites, Facebook pages. I keep saying websites, but those are three Facebook pages that I keep myself following because they always add a little bit of color, no pun intended, and a little bit of glow to my day when I look at their content, or rather, when their content just appears in my Facebook feed. And that is what we have for today. Let me now turn over to Chit Chat mode to see what is going on with your lives. And I see good mornings as always, and I'm always happy to see them. Yay. Doody doody doo. Ooh, Ola from Vancouver, says Barbara. That's so far away. But how wonderful that you are with us. Yes. Doody doo doo doo. Let's see. Lars, it's always great to see you. Always. Let's see. Doody doo 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 doo. Many good wishes, many good things. I love it. Hello, Living Room Bookstore and Cafe. Let's see what else we have. Lucy is all by herself because Joshua is up north becoming a better tie-dye shirt guru. But Lucy, I hope you're not feeling too lonely. Much love and hugs to you. And of course, to your beautiful princess as well. Let's see. Lots of... oh, there's a queue. Thank you very much, Spencer. Curious, Paco. Which bus service goes to San Pancho from the airport and or central Malecon area? Also, what is the name of the website for bus schedules? Gracias. Let's see. It's... Autotransportes Medina? Yes, I think it is ATM. Autotransportes Medina is the website that goes from Puerto Vallarta to San Pancho and Sayulita. They are a Nayarit company, not a Jalisco company, and as such, they are only allowed to make stops at very specific places in Jalisco. For example, I know you can pick up the ATM or Autotransportes Medina buses right at Walmart across from the Maritime Terminal. So that would be the name of the company. Second one, what is the name of the website for bus schedules? There are several websites, or there's at least more than one, that I've seen that have huge databases of bus schedules. Personally, I tend not to trust those websites because ultimately, if they don't update their knowledge and information on a regular basis, you could end up having not the information that you want. What I tend to do is I go to the specific bus line that I want to take, and then I try to get more schedule information from them directly. But back to your original question, it is Autotransportes Medina or ATM that do the trips to Sayulita and San Pancho. Let's see what else. Happy belated birthday, Mateo. It is great to see you. Just in case you didn't check, Like the Dickens. I know everybody gave me information about Like the Dickens. Poor Charles, he has absolutely nothing to do with this business of Like the Dickens, but now I know what Like the Dickens means. Let's see what else we have. Oh, you can take me to Pavlova anytime you want, Muffin. I actually have been tempted to just go and do a walk around because I want to know the story. I know there's a woman involved, and I know she just had a baby, and I imagine she must be married to the photographer or so. I don't know what's going on. I'm speculating, fake news, but I just love love looking at those photographs of cakes. Then I see comments about Michael Tolleson Robles. Yes, he is extraordinary. Um, I've met Michael. His gallery is next to my friend Javier's restaurant, La Tostaderia, and he introduced us. Yes, Javier is an amazing person, and his Tostadas restaurant has been very successful. Let's see what else we have. Do 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 do. Oh, Jess! Yes, yes. Happy divorce. Yes, yes, yes. Advocate for your parents to buy you a plane ticket to Puerto Vallarta. We'll get so shit-faced. It's not even funny. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just go out for a slice of cake. There you go. Thank you very much, Lucy. You can take the bus at Sam's Club every 15 to 20 minutes, and the guys yell, San Pancho! Or Sayulita! And you just jump on it, and it is 80 pesos last time Lucy went. So that is the bus information, and all I can say is every time you make a connection for somebody, you make my day, and you give meaning and relevance to what we do here at Coffee and Headlines. So with that said, I think this is a great moment to end today's broadcast. It's 10:59. It's time to crochet. It's time to enjoy the weekend. I hope you have all kinds of wonderful things planned. I know I do. And I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. And if not on Monday, sometime in the near future. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.